So okay, so there's a lot of people coming up here, um, you know, about the light skin versus dark skin mess on NBA, and I'm glad this is talked about because I've been telling y'all that colorism does affect men too. I'm getting tired of everybody only worry about the women. Now, as a camera complected person who is not dark like Wesley Snipes, who is lighter but not too light like Steph Curry, okay? Um, I dealt with colorism myself. People today want to put even more melanin in their skin tone who's not dark chocolate on a dark skin category, and I'm not with that mess. I don't care if folks get fucking offended. Okay, I don't believe that. Go back to Africa, miss. If you want to get mad about that, I would love to have my African sister from Africa herself, who y'all get mad about her hate on quote Black Americans, and she has a right to say what she say, because none of us, no matter how dark or how light we are, we're not pure black. I'm just calling it is. When I check my roots, I don't just see Africa, okay? I have African, Spanish. So I found out that my grandfather was a Real, a Spanish last name, from Creole, Louisiana. His parents from Creole, Louisiana. Some Spanish, too, Spanish Creole, besides French Creole, English, Irish, and American. When I look in the mirror, I don't see an icon, okay? Yeah, I see more African features. I see hair and nose, but my skin tone does not look like Akon. And I'm not here to kiss somebody's ass. If you don't like the things I say, then get the fuck off my channel. I'm not your expectation. Be a man or woman to have some balls and ovaries to accept that I'm not your expectation. Okay? One thing I hate is that in our community, we're told to be expectational until it hurts us in the ass. David Burner was on DJ Flag, and he was doing all that gangster thug stuff until he actually saw how the effect of it. And even today with the Black Lives Matter movement, people who say fuck like Black Lives Matter, I bet they listen to NWA. I bet they listen to Suge Knight's Death Row Records and all those gangster rappers, and they listen to Kodak Black. 20 some years, because I'm almost 40, 20 some years, and they indoctrinate these people, think that African descendant people are violent criminals, and if something happens to them, they deserve it. Okay? The media can indoctrinate people. It's called like it is for music and TV. So, and then you have people get a check, didn't care about the repercussions of portraying that, when actually it feeds the society racist ideology. So, when I say the colorism affect men, growing up as a child, in the 80s, camera complected was not considered dark skin. We were considered light because we didn't look like dark chocolate Wesley Snipes or Olivia Nyong'o. And I even explained it on my video about Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston camera skin, she was promoted because of skin tone. I'm called. Y'all get mad. Oh, she dug. No, because y'all in 1990 babies who don't know shit, were born in 79 like me, shut the fuck up. The older crowd trying to fit into y'all. I'm not the older crowd trying to fit into your knowledge, your ideology, okay? I grew up in the 80s. If you were not that complexion, dark chocolate, you did get opportunities in the Christian community, and also you got racism in the white community, but you was a safe, okay? I mean, it is what it is, okay? It gets to the 90s when the dark-skinned brothers who like Omar Epps and Wesley Snipes and Michael Jordan stepped in. I guess brothers with more melanin skin tone who's not that dark trying to fit in. No, I want my dark chocolate brothers to have their clout. I'm not going to steal their clout. I want someone like Tyrese to make it. I was glad to see Tyrese 3 years ago as a model. Okay? Because back in the days you saw camera complected brothers up to high yellow brothers like Steph Curry as models. No, give everybody a chance. Okay? Let someone like Tyrese, Tyson Bevel, okay, and let me tell you something, Tyson Bevel is mixed, okay? Tyson Bevel mama part Chinese and part black, and dad is Hispanic. Hispanic from Panama, okay? Okay? It's what it is. No, let them have their shine. Let a dark chocolate brother, dark brown skin brother have their shine. Me who's a couple shades lighter, who don't look too bright, okay, like what's the name, Steph Curry, I'm not stealing their shine. That's colorism right there. You know, like I said about Kettle Roll. Kettle Roll is not dark skinned. She is not dark skinned. She's a milk chocolate. She just have light shade. I think Matthew knows kind of upset that yeah he promote his high yellow daughter, but Kelly Rowland was not her skin tone, and to make Kelly Rowland self image feel bad about herself was his man who's much darker than her, trying to make her compete with his light skinned daughter. And I seen it happen with me, with people who were lighter than me, darker than me, would try to compare me to those who were lighter than me to try to make me feel like I less. And I had someone in my family that to me. Okay, so because they didn't like themselves, they like being dark skin. Okay, so since I had pride of my skin tone being lighter, to get someone lighter than me to kind of compete over this and that, and because they didn't like them down on themselves, and have a homegirl minded that to me as well. You know, we can get, you know what I'm saying, that's not my problem if you feel bad about your dark skin. Your mom and daddy put that in your head, that's not my problem. Talk to them about that, okay? But so so I never forget that people understand. People say, Kelly Rowland's not dark skin. She's a milk chocolate. She's a lot of shade than someone like yoga. Okay? And someone like Matthew knows had to get some white people, I'm calling like it is in my opinion, in Sony Records, to make her feel bad at who she was because promote Beyonce. Okay, I do believe that. I'm sorry. And I met Matthew Knowles 20 years ago at the Tyler meeting. November 99. I was 20 years old before this year. And when I said Zacchaeus and stuff, he did me strange. So I knew it was a colorism. Because I was cut for Shea Slider, do your behind. And I went bright like Beyonce. And I said my name was Zacchaeus, okay, in Spanish. So you didn't like that. Okay, well, I'm not your guinea pig. I'm not your cop out. I'm not your stereotype. I'm not your expectation. I'm a unique person and very proud of it. I wish people would stop thinking that because I have one job, black DNA, I put some expectation on slaves there. No, I'm not. Okay, now I had to go there. I'm not your expectation. Just get the fuck off and stop thinking that I am. Okay, one thing that everybody born and with their own mind and own heart. Individually, and we respect that in our community there's people who believe differently, people who are conservative, people who are Republican, people who are liberal, there's people who believe in different religions. I mean, the idea of having expectation and having a collective mind came from a slave master to control the slaves, you fool. Okay, I believe in personal freedom, individual freedom, and folks who don't believe in individual because they don't like nobody, they cannot control someone who can control me. Okay, I will give you hell. Okay, control, trust me, ask my own family. I'll give you hell. I was a hard-headed child growing up and still proud of a hard-headed child. I bet if I was the folks who drink that little purple Kool-Aid from Jim Jones, that was a hard-headed child, they would be alive right now. Thank you. Let's get to the subject. So, when I was growing up, yes, my cousin and I, who born 88, we're both caramel complected. We were both lighter. We was growing up as kids, and we got a little darker. We did get privilege. We got treated disrespectfully as well, and also we got privilege. And growing up as a kid, looking at the Cocoa Black magazines, you saw people my skin tone up to high yellow bright. So on Ebony and Jet, you saw dark skinned folks there too, but you also saw, and during the 80s, I never forget, Bush and Reagan demonized African people, Hispanic people, ever in the crack epidemic. The dark skinned brother was, I'm sorry to say, was the main one we looked as. That was your image, your head. The color is that many of us was feeding to, not everybody, but it is what it is. Okay? So we grew up with mostly, and you saw Whitney Houston, she was your complexion, my complexion. Michael Jackson, before the vitiligo, was caramel complected. And you saw those who were lighter as well. You saw Vanessa Williams, who won the first black, woman to be high yellow. Okay, it almost looked like white. She looked darker now, but she was lighter way back in the 80s. Miss America, you saw all these people who accomplished stuff was a lot of skin tone, caramel skin, up to pale. I'm sorry, I mean, you saw dark skinned people, but you also saw people who were a more lighter shade, than dark chocolate. And even Ebony magazine mentioned that in when I was with Miss my great aunt on my mom's side, in her bathroom, she had a bunch of Ebony magazines, or Jet, one of those. It was Ebony, or Jet, one of the two. and they talked about how Cissy Tyson, the dark skinned people in our community were not put on the magazine, both the media and white media, and also the African community. Okay, and so that's what it is. Um, so when I grew up, like I say, called dark skin was not from African people. That was when white people, if you look like them, even no matter what your shade was, they made fun of you. You'd be pale, they'll call you tar baby. Just white race people, okay, and here in Texas. Or some Hispanic folks who want to emulate the white people. Some, okay? So, the poetry minded people. Coconut. So, point is, as demographic change in my area became mostly Hispanic, the white folks left because they want to be near them. It's funny how some of those Hispanics was trying to emulate and defend white supremacy in their area, but white folks left them and they gentrified it behind it, saying to get away from white Hispanic folks when it came mostly minority. They didn't want that to happen. They went to, And like I say, when it comes to the either rappers, when you look at NWA, there was no dark chocolate. I think it was Arabian Prince was dark skinned, but he wasn't in the main ones in NWA. It was Easy E and Dr. Dre. It's camera skinned and not the dark skinned brothers in the movie that was portrayed. And I was like, why they got them? I even said that my own self. And then you have Ice Cube was also like a light brown, and then you had Oh Yella, and actually Jerry Heller. I bet he did use colorism in with those four guys because they're talking about gangster image, street image to stereotype them, and also to get women. And I'm sorry, back in the day, dark skinned men was not desired by sisters. No, I mean not all sisters, but there were sisters in the 80s. If you was a light brown company, even the Bob Brown movie, when he left New Edition, and the brother who's my skin tone said, "You dog, this name." Remember they got to got into a fight in the club. Okay, before and we went back to the projects. That's true. When Janet Jackson, okay, hug on the Mexican dude. Okay, I'm sorry to say that. I'm not saying Janet Jackson was colorism, but I mean, if you was not a camera complexion up to, I mean, when the song "I'm Not My Hair" by India Ari. With it, Akon said, nappy headed brother, I had no ladies, okay, and then, what I'm saying, he was dark skinned too from Africa. He didn't get no women, in the 80s. He got women, but the women, even dark skinned women, wanted someone lighter. They didn't want, and I remember hearing it as a child from, and if you got into an argument, they would say they're black so and so, and you heard not just the young people saying it. You heard the older folks. That old black nigga. You know what I'm saying? That black nigga. You heard your own grandma and your grandpa say, even the ones who are dark skin saying it. That black nigga, the high yellow, that old black, this and that. So, and I always tell people, if we got color, it's not just from the white media. We got it from the elders. And the one thing about the elder baby boomers and the people before them, they don't want to admit that their sinful behavior transcends to us younger people. Just like the crack epidemic. If your child acting a fool, and you on crack, don't get mad. You the one show them bad behavior by smoking crack with your friends. They witnessed it. They disrespected you because they saw how you disrespected them based on the image and example that you gave them. So don't get mad. It is what it is. Admit to one thing, the older crowd don't want to admit to their errors. I noticed that in the they're very narcissistic. Not all, but many older people. Baby boomers and before, they very, 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 like, they don't want to admit they're wrong. They want to sit there and act like they're right. And they made one few mistakes. No, you made a lot of mistakes. You scandalized them, throw to see that Jesus said in Matthew 18. You showed the bad behavior, and we saw it, and we emulate those who are younger. And it is what it is. So don't know. When you see these bad children, look at the parents. Look at who take care of them. Their bad behavior is feeding to their behavior. It came from their parents. Or grandparents, or auntie, or uncle, or somebody needed, or their mama boyfriend, or daddy girlfriend, whatever it is, a stepmom, stepdad, whatever. So I remember hearing, and I remember hearing that, people refer to my skin tone as lighter skin at the time. Okay, if you look at old articles, Whitney Houston, she referred herself as that. Okay, she did. Even when she did the Bodyguard soundtrack. Okay, the album, the movie. She referred as a light skinned woman. She referred to brown. The word brown skin, okay, If you were dark brown, you was dark. If you was any lighter than dark brown, you was light. Okay, that was is. I guess around when the OJ trial, I always ask that question. And OJ, not about saying complexion. When he married to a white woman, and he got the white and the American mixed background because of himself black. When he got arrested in '94, them darkened his mugshot, and that was a sign to us colorism and also to exploitation and blackface as well. But also too, we should know during the crack epidemic, yeah, all Ricky Ross was not dark skinned, okay? He's a light brown complexion himself, caramel complexion himself. But those who were dark chocolate, if you got arrested in the '80s of crack cocaine, the media blasted your picture all over the doggone thing. Let's be real, okay? So when O.J. Simpson got arrested in '94 of the Nicole Brown's sister and Ron Goldman's murder, they darkened his picture. Like, at first he was a juice. He was a camera skin brother. He didn't have no surgeries, okay? He had no lax in his hair, and he was a lighter camera complected brother. But when he got arrested, they showed darker that picture. They Time magazine, they darkened that mugshot, and I remember getting upset seeing that shit. Whether he was guilty or innocent, don't be doing that shit. The Newsweek showed the actual mugshot of his natural camera complexion. Then they showed a dark complexion of him on Time magazine. I remember saying, "What the hell?" While OJ said, "What the hell are they doing? These white race people doing this shit?" And it indicated because you thought you was better because you're lighter skin tone. You match that white woman. You don't look like dark chocolate like Kunta Kinte. We gonna make his features since we demonize because folks don't understand that the African slave amongst white people was seen as a savage. Okay. And they used the stereotype of being a savage to justify slavery and Jim Crow racism. So we're gonna talk about that in the NBA. So the dark skinned brother on there, Shannon, whatever his name is, and there's a high yellow brother. And he was told to not recruit light skinned players. Okay, well when I look at Magic Johnson, that's not a dark skinned brother. Okay, he's a lighter brother. He's not too bright like and you have Scottie Pippen. Other players. LaVar Ball is not dark skinned. Okay, he real light skinned with high light eyes. I don't know what it is. The dark skinned brother wanted dark skin. I guess he wanted Shaquille O'Neal and Michael Jordan. And then actually here comes the colorism, because when Michael Jordan became famous 30-some years ago, you had white people, white boys. I could be like Mike, wearing Michael Jordan's jerseys. I mean, this man went against colorism. Okay, talking about Michael Jordan. And now he's made fun. Every time you go to the stadium, they got a picture of him crying. And at first I was upset, but when you actually look at Michael Jordan saying that I heard that he said his shoes were made for white people, not for black. But over the year, even in Chicago, the city he represented, they was killing brothers and Latino brothers over shoes. His shoes. $200, $300 shoes. Then I heard he invests in the Pride Press Complex. Okay, that's set out right there. No, I'm not going to sit here and defend you for people mocking you crying. You defend the Pride Press Complex, you giving money to them. So it makes sense. Okay? In over 20-some years, 30-some years, people been killed over them Jordan shoes. And I'm glad my grandmother, back, and we don't get along, on my dad's side, told me straight up, the last time she bought me some expensive shoes was the Reebok pumps. The basketball. And I remember buying, it was $90-some at Foley's, when it was Macy's time. And she told me, she said she's not buying no expensive shoes, especially time when people were getting killed and murdered over starter jackets and robbed. Now, even though my mama's side of the family, I found out I have Hispanic origin. I want my Hispanic people to hear this. When you talk about African people, they do nothing, they kill and murder. Two of my brothers, one who's my complexion, that's the second one, and one who's darker than both of us, the older one. They was coming from school, and two Hispanic guys, and two Mexicans, we never know because not every Hispanic person Mexican, had a gun and robbed my two brothers with their star jackets. Do you hear me bashing the whole Hispanic community? Okay, same thing with the Jose Flores case and all. Do you hear me bashing the whole Hispanic community and say build a wall? No, you don't. Okay, I want you to understand that two of my brothers were robbed by two Hispanics in the north side, the north side, the upper north, not the no, the upper north. Yes, around the Greenspoint, everything. My mom was living up there, around that area, by Yale, wherever that ghetto area. They had crack everything and everything. They were ratchet in them areas. Oh yeah, there was a lot of and two Hispanic dudes being thugs had a gun and robbed both my two brothers. Do you hear me talking bad? And say all Hispanic folks are thugs and build a wall? No, you don't hear me acting like no J.C. Pearson. So stop with the coonery and coconut coonery and poetry coonery, okay? So, anyway, and this was back in the 90s. And I never forget, same year, like 91, 92, a Hispanic dude got robbed for wearing a Raiders jacket. Because I asked my grandma, I said, give me a Raiders jacket. And when she heard about that Hispanic dude getting killed or shot, and he was alive at the time, over a Raiders jacket, she said, I'm not buying you no Raiders jacket. No, we didn't buy no Raiders jacket. I wear plain, preppy clothes. That's why folks call me white boy, okay? And I told her, I said, no, I gotta change my image. I got some cross cuts and jabots, okay? Everyone know about cross cut and jabots. And we went to Sell, whatever it's called down there, not too far from Alabama Mall. And I got some jabots, cross colors, try to dress more, hip-hop-ish, urban. Because I got tired wearing, and relaxed jeans. Something was too tight. My balls were itching. I mean, honest with you, wearing them baggy, wide-leg jeans were better. Because my balls was itching wearing those, Wrangler jeans. Straight leg. And I said, no. Wrangler and, was it Wrangler? And what's the other one? Wrangler and, Levi Relax Fit. I said, can you get a wide-leg baggy? Please, I do not want to wear anymore. And it was, I'm serious, I'm sorry to be nasty here, but my ball was itching. It's too real. I'm not lying. No, all the time I wear them relaxed, kind of tight looking tight jeans when I dress Kicker. Kicker is Western, because with the Harlem music, was getting big. Now Selena and the Harlem music at the time was, because most Hispanic high school then. I bought to Harlem scene. About y todo para que, intocable. So I wear baggy clothes sometimes with my Kicker clothes, or I wear some relaxed, with my boots and everything. Yeah, because I was trying to sing to Hama music. That's why you have the video music going by that floor, okay? So, yes, I was into that. So, I would switch it up sometimes, okay? Dress a little urban, and then dress a little Kicker, okay? I tried dress Cholo, but I didn't know where to get Cholo clothes in. For real. So I was switching up a little bit. Anyway. So let's get back to the subject. So when it comes to NBA, it seemed to me the reason why the dark skin brother told that white man, and it's like how y'all brother on the NBA about Matt Burns and Steph Curry, because because Michael Jordan was the thing, and of course Michael Jordan was the thing because anyone know that the Darism, the monkey skull, monkey Darism, racist stuff, that eugenic stuff, because his cousin made the eugenics by Planned Parenthood target minorities. The truth of the matter is, black people, black men, pure black African men was seen as warrior, savages, Mandingo, Mandinka, Mandingo Negro, and bucks. So when it comes to sports, and it makes sense what Ice Cube said in the movie High Learning, and rest in peace to John Singleton. In the movie in High Learning, and Omar Epps is the athlete, and he got a scholarship, and the old trout, as what Regina King said in the movie. I love the movie High Learning. And with it, the old trout who had an afro and still a lot of skin tone, but not too light. We're talking about my Ice Cube with the Afrocentric colors and stuff. What did he tell Omar Epps? Run, nigga, and then run. Sound like what Justin Bieber said when he was a little boy, okay? So do you understand? Yeah, So as you playing athlete in sports, that would symbolize the masculine extreme, and you that color talking about Michael Jordan. So I see why white people will say I want to be like Mike. Okay, back in the 80s and 90s, and he was getting the high yellow women. His wife was high, and Juanita, is she part Hispanic? Then he went with now he married to a Cuban. She's a light skinned, like white looking Cuban woman. And I remember his sisters getting mad about, and I remember because I have sisters, women in my family. I ain't gonna say who it is, who was upset with Michael Jordan's brief box of brief. And so these two white women, one like she was Hispanic, she was a white woman with dark curly hair. She's saying, "Oh, he has boxers, he has briefs," and then Michael Jordan said, "I got Hanes," or something like that. And they was upset saying that why they got these white women on here, they ain't put no black women on there, and I'm like, why y'all mad? Like, we seen sisters being the love interest to white men on soap operas. You even had Oprah Winfrey, Michael E. Knight, Tad Martin is one of my favorite, besides Keith Hammond Carr, that's like the lighter skinned brother with the head dreads, playing Noah on All My Children. Okay, well, before that, Tad Martin, which is Michael E. Knight, Oprah was a guest on All My Children, and then when she had her fro, she had no laxative. She was working as a news reporter at the time when she had a talk show host. And Oprah Winfrey said that she wanted to be Tad Martin's black girlfriend. So we on soap operas, you saw white men as love, and black, women on soap operas. Okay, we didn't get mad about that. So it's funny how y'all accept, like y'all watch Scandal, and I don't like Scandal because Scandal made sisters look like thoughts. Okay, bed wenches. Okay, Olivia Pope being a mission side piece, and the white man's a president. And this during Obama, okay? A white man being a president, married to a white woman. And the side piece, the thought, the mistress, is a sister. You being passed out as some type of fetish, as some type of, and y'all watching Scandal all the time. Majority of the artists are sisters. Oh, they love their white man. And I'm not mad of a love interest because I supported Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner, although both of them are mixed. Whitney Houston background black, Native American, Scottish, and Dutch. And then I heard that her higher dad, John Houston, was mixed with Italian. And then you have born in Compton when it was mostly white at the time, talking about Kevin Costner. He ain't no full blown white man. He mixed with Native American too. So I mean, I didn't get mad about them. I was singing "I Always Love You" with Whitney Houston, singing "Take My Life," and and I can't say I'm every woman, but I would say I'm every man. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I was singing that song, and it said "King of the Night." I have the album of Riley Go. I love that album. So I mean, I had no problem with the movie. Okay, and I'm kind of glad that she was chosen to play in the movie with Kevin Costner. Okay, I had no problem when you scandalize, and make a sister to a thought and a side piece. And we know that in slavery it was not always rape. Massa went down to slave wherever the slaves were, and got him a woman by choice. Okay, we watched the movie Queen with Halle Berry. We seen Queen Mama, who black and Native American. She was a side piece. She sure was a side piece, a mistress to that white woman. And Morgan, the stepmama, was beating on Queen. She had to sell her to another master, because she didn't like the fact that a sister, even a mixed race sister, part Native American, was taking her white man. And that white woman got mad. Y'all need to stop acting like Ann Morgan. Some brother go with some white woman or some other, because y'all be acting like Ann Morgan in that movie Queen. I wanted Halle Berry to whoop her ass. When Queen became grown, okay, after leaving Raven Simone playing in the movie Queen, which led me to learn about my multiracial identity and heritage, okay, in the 90s. And when she slapped Queen, oh, I wanted Halle Berry, and she like Vandy with that hair, that wig on her head. I wanted, Vandy, the expensive Nancy girl. I wanted Halle Berry to whoop her ass. I said, whoop your white on my ass. Whoop her. Fight her back. Fight her. She had no business hit you. I'm against whooping kids. And when Anne White slapped her, oh, I wanted Halle Berry to turn to Angela Bassett and whoop her ass. Oh, I wish she did. Back in the day, you got lynched for that mess. But no, I wanted her to fight her white stepmama, whoop her ass. Shoots, I said, please, Queen, please, Halle Berry, fight her, fight your stepmama. Okay, your stepmammy, okay, your white stepmammy, she racist. Okay, so let's be real. So we go back to NBA. Okay, the dark-skinned brother said that he told us who light skin because you going for your white master. That's the real. Because if you read the book, Color Complex, skin color politics among African Americans, they see dark skin as extra masculine and light skin as feminine. So, and actually, it's actually true. So I'm not pale like the brother in there, but I had brothers that color darker than me pick on me. I had dark skinned brothers on jobs, asked if I was gay. I was sexually harassed by a dark-skinned brother and who was a former crack dealer, okay, married to a high woman, was cheating on his wife, and it worked for Uncle Henry, said A-Rocket, and was working for state jobs, so I was working for state jobs during 2007, at the welfare office on Airline, not too far from the north side. I worked at the CPS on Merwin, where I was protesting for Malaya Davis. I worked there too back in '97. I worked at Mesa State, Texas Transportation on Mesa Lay Road area. So I was working all over the place as a temp. I worked as a child support technician. My first job with at the temp was a child support technician on LS610. Okay, and I was trying to get that job because I was speaking Spanish and English to the people who owe child support. So, but when I worked at the warehouse on Texas Health Temperature, the dark skinned brother who rode the air rocket, he asked me if I was gay. He would wrap his penis in front of me. He was trying to holler at me. And no, for real. I mean, I had dudes my skin tone and lighter. I had Hispanic. I had white dudes. Asian holler at me too, what I'm saying? Just these dudes on down low, some was not on down low, whatever. And a cuss out a Mexican American dude, Spanish dude who got kicked out right there, on the downtown Trans Center, the little bar. I remember the white woman kicked his ass out because he was drunk acting a fool. So I was coming down and I was trying to catch, a bus. It was about 2 o'clock. I think I was a taxi, because what happened was I called the laws. And the Spanish dude that was kicked out at that little bar right there on the down, he started hiding at me. And I said, dude, leave me alone. I said, for real? And you ugly. So, because I rejected him. I said, no, through his fail. I'm speaking Spanish. I said, dude, I'm a good looking man. I don't know what the heck you do, but I don't want you. No, dude, leave me alone, man. Leave me alone. Déjame en paz. I said, déjame en paz. So, but no, because the color is the different jobs I had, dark skinned brothers, not all. One in particular will come ask me, you like dick or pussy? And stuff like that. So, do you understand why would a man would ask, you like dick or pussy? And I kind of feel that the men that asked those questions were, and even lost the job opportunity and tried to snitch on his ass when I was working at Andy Frame. We work at truck stop security, and dark skinned brother asked me out the blue who was cheating on him. When is probably y'all cheating on your wife? Asked me if I like dick or pussy, and then what happened is when the truck stop come in, I start cursing out, and the white man, I think he Italian, he got some in him besides white. I think he Mexican, whatever he is. Who his massa boss, I'll call like it because that's a favorite field nigga. That's what he's trying to get to recruit him over me. And I'm gonna be real with you. There's a favorite field nigga. Okay. Was he was Wigger and redneck from South A-Leaf side, saying I'm from hood, but then act redneck from the white folks. He'll act all act all hood, okay, and hood. But when the white racist people come in, you act all a redneck and everything. Yeah, like he had two different personalities. I detect that real good. Anyway, was trying to call me because he was in the military and he had that military voice, and I'm older than he is. Okay, dude, I'm older than you. I look younger than you, but I look older than your doggone daddy. You born 1990 something. Okay, you just look older. Okay, and you got fat eating all that food and on that kush. I saw all that stuff on social media. This fool gonna sit here and call me on De Guadalupe Day, which is the 12th of December 2017, that I was turning from the assignment, not from the job. And I had to spill the beans how the dark-skinned friend of his was asking me personal questions, asking if I was gay and all that stuff. So that's how I know. Okay? And I never get the dark-skinned try to fight me, and call the laws on his ass. We don't live in Detroit, dude. We live in Houston, in the racist state of Texas. Okay? And I'm gonna fight me. That's selling out. Fight another brother. Okay, I'm gonna sell your ass out when the cops come in, and I ain't gonna be scheming over the black lives. When none of us will be dark, like ain't put no pure black when coming out DNA test. Roots. Okay. So anyway, when it comes to this dark skinned brother recruiting in NBA, they looking for athletic and Darkism. Charles Darkism and the monkey ideology, and that blacks are not human and all and 3/5 of man mess. So when it comes to those who are lighter, they don't want to recruit them because it debunks the argument. Okay? Because they're white DNA. So understand that Matt Burns and Steph Curry are some dark-skinned brothers that color. And if it's someone Cameron skin, shut the fuck up because you're not dark-skinned, okay? I'm tired of y'all trying to be more black and down. But when a sister actually say, I don't like that type of color, I like someone that's actually dark, then you get on your feelings. Okay, I have a homegirls who like dark skin. Me and DC be you don't like those my color and I no gonna have. I ain't worried about your ass. Okay, I can always go overseas. Okay, shoes. Thank you. I can always go across the board. Give me a woman. Fuck what you thank you. Don't get mad. You like brothers darker than me. Okay, well I can go go to Mexico and give me a woman. What the fuck? Okay, don't get mad. Go to Mexico. Shit, hey, freedom of choice. Hello. Point is, that's why that people wanted those who that color, because it feeds into the stereotype of dark brown skinned brothers who resemble the African slave being athletic. And you want to know that the reason why that folks believe that African American people are more athletic than whites, that's untrue. Back in segregation days, you had to clean up from the white players, okay, and clean and clean after them in the bathroom and shine their shoes and everything. So shut up. What made the African people to be athletic in the NBA was the stereotypes. And people say, well, black people stroll in. No. Anybody can be strong. You don't know your history. Once again, when they was going to Africa, they told them African slave owners, some of the white people, to get the strongest slave they had. So those who elderly, weak, mental issues, they got the young, older children and young people on the ship. Don't you understand? So the strongest slaves were sent here to the United States and the rest of the Americas. That's why you believe you're stronger. Okay? Because they wanted to pick the cotton field. Okay? And everything else. So, when you hear a hyper masculine, one thing about and they recruit, I'm sure that dark skinned brother went to recruit the dark skinned brothers, and if they weren't too light, okay, just make an exception, okay. Men who didn't have no daddy at home, okay, listen to slave mentality. Men didn't have no daddy at home, and people had problems with their mothers. The mother was in charge of everything, taking a man and a woman role, okay? This is no different than the William Lynch letter. Because in the William Lynch letter, it said they wanted the black woman to be the head of the household. They wanted the daughters to be independent. And they wanted the men to be mentally weak and physically strong. That's why I don't buy into that old hyper-masculine bullshit, okay? Because half y'all talking about y'all the man and everything, but you're not building anything. You're not in charge of anything. Why women gotta take charge? Do you understand? Do you understand? I don't take that old black hyper-masculine bullshit to the serious. It comes from a white master. A white man, some know that he was white and he was lighter than you and he was in charge of every fucking thing and you beating your head and beating everything. So shut the fuck up with that mess, okay? Point is, at the end of the day, they recruited dark-skinned brothers who fit the narrative of being dark and thuggish and everything else because of white massive ideology that defended slavery. Y'all don't get that mess. I do, because I read about this. Because I was like, why? They question, and like I say, about me being a medium complected, not too light and not too dark, and people calling me gay, this and that. Yeah, so even the Barge brothers, they had to prove that they were tough. You know what I'm saying? In Detroit and Grand Michigan, because not only being abused by their white daddy, but when dark-skinned brothers, those darker than them, came up to them and tried to fight them, they thought they were soft in everything. Okay, and that's the truth. That's the truth. So that's why. And even when we're gonna say about the even though Anthony Joshua got both of this shit with the fight between him and that Mexican dude, Andy Ruiz. I see why a lot of Latino men was happy to see a brother getting beat. Okay? Because it is very true that some Hispanic men, when a brother tried to fight them, they thought that they were better and they were darker. No, that's the truth. I'm not going to sit here and lie about that because I've seen it in action. Okay? And then you had, but then also too, the dark skin brother, what's his name? The ones who was supposed to fight, and Andy Ruiz. Okay? They said, yeah, and you have brothers here. He come. They said he too soft. Talking about Anthony Joshua. Because he's a camera skin brother. He not a dark skin brother. He too soft. He this and that, and he must be gay. And see, he got the both on both ends. You had those who lied on him, who Hispanic, exotic, was happy to see Andy Ruiz beat up him. Then you had the brothers who is here from the United States, not from England. Okay. Talking about he too soft, he must be gay. If they get that, what's the Duarte, whatever the dark skinned brother name, the one who's tough and hard and fit that old masculine in, get him to fight. He'll beat Eddie Ruiz. You see what I'm saying? You see how color is a word, and it's the truth. It's the very truth. Even with Drake and Meek Mill, that mess, and even in what's the name, Zoe Williams. Zoe Williams is not too like he lied, you know. Then and he not as bright as Steph Curry, but what's the name? What dark skin brother? What did Aries Spears say? You light skinned niggas, y'all want me black? We dog, we dog niggas, isn't it? And then he got his ass whooped, and I was so happy to see that because me and Aries Spears had an issue back in 2016. Funny in Easter 2016 around that time, I trash talked Aries Spears. And he blocked me and talked to me all type of shit on Twitter. The next thing, a year later, I come from Mass on Easter Sunday, and this fool get beat up. And I was on Zoe Team, Zoe Williams side, you know I was. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know my explanation of Zoe Williams because I remember him on TV One and talking about religion, okay? And and I was agreeing with a lot of things you said about religion back in 2007. So I Zoe Williams, that's my brother, and I'm glad Zoe Williams put them hands on him. Woo! And he thought that he can clown me and call me all type of niggas because I'm not dark as he is, okay? Because I'm lighter than he is. And no, dude, I got guts, dude. I got, you have a low IQ and still cooning for them white folks. Anyway, I gotta go.